Okay, my name is Bimbo Daramola. I am from Ekiti, but I'm principally called Bimbo Ekiti because everything I do, there's an Ekiti consciousness in it. As much as possible, I believe that this state and our people deserve more than we're getting. And I'm happy to see that somebody is in the position of leadership who is reflecting my wishes and my wish for Ekiti people. And that person is Governor Biodu. And that's why we believe very strongly that it deserves, he has earned it anyway. And because he has earned it, it deserves all the support that we can give to him. But more than anything else, I'm not called Bimbo Ekiti for nothing. I'm called Bimbo Ekiti because virtually everything that I do, there's an Ekiti consciousness in it. I ask myself, what is in this for Ekiti people? And that is the motive for the BAO work that we committed ourselves to, and we have been able to do that for a bit, for a period of time. Yes.
This is the third edition of
Very
our
well.
work.
Very well.
Now, give us an insight as to what informed the initiative in the first instance.
Okay, like I said on radio, and I've written about it, informed by three things. Number one, health is wealth. Yoruba have a saying, "Ilera loro." No matter what you do, I said so much about this last night. No matter what you do, your health must be prioritized. We're here today because we're healthy. It's that simple. But guess what? We take it for granted. And there are three major phases to that. Phase one, the God faith factor. Okay, the God faith factor. The God faith factor is the fact that God had said it severally that I wish that you live in good health and your soul prospers. So God has given that baseline condition that I desire that you live a healthy life. It is when you're healthy that you can serve God. If you're in the mortuary, you can't serve God. So that's that. Number two is the fact that there's the government factor. Government must be seen to be doing as much as possible, expressing care, concern, and sensitivity for the welfare of people. Don't forget, I was once an aspirant. Was he an aspirant? Yeah. I wanted to become governor at some point in this state in 2014, and you know how that went down. One of the things that I prioritized, as a person, is the fact that I know that you can be anything once you are healthy. A friend of mine used to say to me, Bimbo, do everything to stay healthy, do everything to stay alive. Okay? But unfortunately, one of the things that we have done as a people that we're doing is that we take it for granted. And I said it jocularly yesterday. Moto kan bá gbé lọ sílé mechanic lẹ́yìn nọ́ọ̀kì. Yes. If you mess up with your vehicle and you ignore it, and you are hearing some funny sound, and you say, oh, màá padà wá ṣe, that vehicle, that car is going to knock at some point, or it's going to grind at some point, and then bring you to a standstill. Do you want your health to be at a standstill? If your health is at a standstill, you're probably hospitalized, or you're probably subjected to a lifetime of medication. That is if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, you're going 6 feet down. And so we have seen Dr. Biodu, and I challenge people today. Yes, he's been my friend of 40 years, and I do have apologies about that. I'm supporting my friend, but my friend is doing right stuff. So, two conditions. It's good enough to know that I can support my friend, but it's much more compelling. That support becomes very compelling for me when my friend is doing the right stuff. Okay? 9 hospitals already well taken care of. We went to 2 of them yesterday. The ambience around Ijon, Ekiti Hospital, it is enough, it's therapeutic enough. I saw the doctor tell me that they had only just performed 2 surgeries there, and 1 baby just got delivered. That may be the next Olanipekun or Afebaola. Are people looking at these things? I have somebody who is very close to me at Exit now. He was almost going to pass out. And then God and the diligence of Exit people and the support, they were not wearing growls and gowns on their face or frowns on their faces. These guys quickly rose up to the challenge and fixed that family member of mine, and that person is taken away from the icy hands of death. You understand? One, because the government is responsive. He had giving them all kinds of, is it contest or some kind of CONTEES, some kind of remuneration that they give to medical people and all of that and all of those things. He has provided facilities for them to work, so they are happy working in that environment. Who are they serving? Ekiti people. Oyebanji's family is just one. We're 3.2 million people estimated. Oyebanji's family is just one group. There's Daramola, there's Kozin, there's you, and everybody else. So because this governor, has been responsible and demonstrated serious responsibility, Bimbo Daramola, I believe that he has earned that flowers. He has earned the cheek to be on his shoulder. So I feel that we should support him. And the third one is this. Listen, God can give you help by your faith. He said, by your stripes we're healed. The faith healing is there. Government like Biodo Ibanji is doing all of these things. He's building an 80-bed multidisciplinary facility within EXUT. The very first major thing that will be done to that facility since 1971, when Brigadier General Adeyinka Adebayo turned the sword of that institution that you see there. 1971 to date is 54 years. He's taking a governor Biodo Abayomi, who was 3 years old at that time. And he said, no. We have seen this hospital as it is for too long. Let me do something else. 80-bed, multidisciplinary center there. I went there yesterday. I'm writing about it. Go on my Facebook page. I'm writing about it today. I went there with my legs yesterday. I saw the artworks going on there. I saw it live. So when a governor does that, or a government does that, he has demonstrated responsibility. All right? So it becomes more compelling when my friend is doing right stuff. Okay? And then the third one is this. You asked me for the motivation behind the BAO work. Listen, government can do all of that. God can do his own. What are you doing? The day God gave man brain, he was telling men, please let me rest. Government is not going to maintain your health for you beyond providing the medical facility. But do you want to go and get hospitalized before you wake up to the reality that you must take care of your health? You may not have a second chance. That's what we are saying. You may just not have a second chance. So what do you have to do? Medical practice today has said that medicine has moved from the curative kind of school of thought. Yes, people are still pursuing that. But it's saying that we can do much more by adopting a preventive action plan through lifestyle modification. Go to the cities. You find people jogging, go to the gym, do this, do that, all because they want to be healthy. But in Ekiti, people are sitting down, you go and do alomo, you go and do eja. When you do the eja, you go and sit, you go and do this. And people are handing up. Listen, every one step you take is an investment into your body and into your lifestyle. It is. The other imagine is not going to move your leg for you. If you're careless, you're likely to be on a lifetime medication plan. If you fall down to high blood pressure or blood sugar. Now, for people dealing with high blood pressure today, they are on a lifetime medical plan. And one of the drugs that work for high blood pressure is called amlodipine. The real one, if you are going to buy the real one today, is called X-Forge. It sells for 45,000. And you're going to take it for the rest of your life. For people who are also not too lucky, you go down with blood pressure, you go down with blood sugar, called diabetes, 2 times, mellitus, and the other one. You go down to any of those ones, my brother, you're on metformin for the rest of your life. You're busy giving yourself jabs. Man, guys, health, to maintain that kind of thing, you got to be very wealthy. And after some time, it is not even curative. The person's heart is going to go down. The organs begin to fail. And when the organs begin to fail, death. Who wants to walk and do all this labor that your guys are doing and all of that and nígbà tó yẹ kó jèrè ẹ̀ ikú dé ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé wọn. So I round up by saying that I told you the God place, the God faith factor, I told you the government factor, and I've now told you the place of personal responsibility. And that's why we said we must drive that awareness. Some people feel that I'm jobless, huh? Only káàkiri èmi Bimbo.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm a busy man o.
I'm opportunity to always follow you on your Instagram and other social media.
No, I catch cruise with this. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what is the perspective of other APC leaders in the state? Especially, I saw the picture with the Badi.
Yeah.
They make a lot of old and speeches.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us what he told you about this work? Because I can see you and he endorsed the work.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us that other political associated with what is their perspective about this work?
Okay, fine. Two things. In this work, takes just 10 people from the cold hands of death and fulfilled. Wallahi. Now I get on the street when myself and this my chairman, when we're walking down, now I see 20 people. Now I'm going to start an example. One person, a beggar from Igogo. So he came to see me in Abuja and I said, I beggar, you don't do it. He said, but walk me and walk. Before me being born like this, I can't see my buckle. I can't see my belt buckle like this. I'll be like, I go 4 flights of stairs and I'm like, oh. But now, some people go, come and say, ta, wà láró ẹlọ́mọ, wà ló gbé fún kíní kan fún ọ̀gá kẹ́lẹ́ àná, kíní kan ìpáyìn and all of those things. So a preventive consultant of medicine. You think what we're saying is those people just fall down and die. I went to see the commissioner of police the other day. A 26-year-old boy just died. And they want to do the autopsy. It's a fail. Well, there may be congenital factors. There may be other factors that could predispose you to that thing. But the preponderance of what you do to your body is what determines how your body does what your body does to you. It's not just walking alone. How much of water are you drinking? How active is your lifestyle? When do you sleep? And all of those things. But more than anything else, in some other parts of the world, when you show up at the consulting room to talk to any doctor now, what they ask you is that when they say, okay, say man exercise. And you don't do these things. And people feel that, for God's sake, how can you think I'm jobless now? I've left anything that has to do with politics for the past 10 years. And God has been very, very, very super faithful with me. And I see something that is working for me. I see some of my mates today, I'm probably looking my age, certainly not over my age. If I'm not looking lower than my age, I'm not looking, older than my age. I'm certainly, and I don't feel older than my age. That's another one. It's one thing to look your age. It's another one to look older than your age. It's another thing to feel your age. It's another thing to feel older than your age. I am vibrant. I am healthy to the glory of God. Okay? But the truth of the matter is the truth that you just have to take responsibility. You just have to take responsibility. So I need you guys to be on board on this, so that they have also said, okay, I'll tell you about this professor of medicine. It's on my page, you can go and scroll it there. The guy said he had one girl, one advertising executive who used to work for him to do graphics and all of those things for him. Real life story. And he said, the woman was obese. I said, he called the woman one day and said, come, I need to tell you 2 things. Good news and bad news. And the girl said, he now said he asked the woman, which of the news do you want first? The bad, the good? The guy said, the bad news. He said, okay, fine. The bad news is the fact that if you go on at this place, you're going to be dead very soon. This is a preventive consultant of medicine, preventive care. Who is saying this? The guy is like, the guy is probably like 70-something, 80. He said 3 of his siblings are died. It's on my page. The video is there. He said 3 of his siblings the age difference between 13, 14, and they are died. And so he felt that he needed to tell them. He said, now this is the good news. If you're a smoker, as a man or a woman, and you exercise, smoking is bad as it is, but there are chances that you can live better if you exercise. said, I mentioned a number of other things. Listen, it is cheaper to go this route. Recommended steps for a day for women is 5,000, for men is 10,000. I don't even do that every day. I do that at least maybe 3 times a week. Next month I'm going to bring one of the workers in this country who does about 300 hours or 300 kilometers or something like that every year. Shafi, that's his name. He wanted to come for the Ijero work. I said no, let's just go and do our thing for. So I can see Shafi. Shafi is like this. His muscles are lean. I know somebody who had fatty liver, okay, and started doing these things that I was doing, and then he went to do a check, and then fatty liver gone. So why would I know all of this and not be able to tell my people? Like I said on radio yesterday, leadership does not have tenure, particularly sincere leadership. It doesn't have tenure. Being member, House of Representatives, or senator, or governor can be tenure, but true, sincere, concerned, genuine leadership does not have anything, and that's what I have. I have an obligation to let people, to share with everybody, to say, in addition to all the good work of giving scholarship, giving this and all of that, buying this for people, supporting me, I also have an obligation to ensure that they live well and they live elderly. That's why we're doing this. Yorùbá have the saying, wọ́n ní Ọlọ́run má ṣe wá ní adọ́run wòótọ́. Sometimes it will be too late. Will you want to wait? Unfortunately, the dead don't tell tales. It will be too late then. The BAO work is a one-time local government activity across the local governments of the state. But we're leaving them with message that, come, this is just like the key. Now enter through that door of BAO work and let it become a part of your lifestyle. Have you ever heard that a Fulani man has high blood pressure? Have you seen a Fulani man that is walking through the bush and they say this one they're treating him for blood pressure or blood sugar or cholesterol? You see, the point is that so why do you want to do all of this work and then as you could have things that you could have been able to avoid or be in a position to better manage in cases where you cannot avoid them? Why do you want to die cheaply? Sometimes when I go to drink and I binge and all of that, my body will tell me, Alaye, that's why I wear this watch. This watch is, how much is it? I have the one of maybe I have the one that is even millions. Papa doesn't help me. I wear this one so that you can tell me, your body deal. Oh yeah, the body. Oh yeah. It's not that but before that, don't die before your time. And listen, good health is not locational. It is not an Abuja thing. It is not fashion. It can be a trend that people are walking. But beyond the trending value of it is the heavy reasons of it. Even if you call me, somebody said, okay, no. Listen, if this is politics, this is good politics. The politics that wants people to live and live well, is that not good politics? So if you say,
okay, but just in the words, are you saying that this does not have any political coloration?
What does it matter? After all, which one is more important to you? APC or your life? PDP or your life? Okay, if somebody is dying and they bring the flag of APC and put it in his hand, will he wise up? Why are you talking like this? President Obasanjo told us in 2001 or 2002 that he had been diabetic for 10 years or thereabout before then. He told me I was there. I was his biographer. Obasanjo is still doing pang. You think he doesn't know what he's doing? Obasanjo is one of the people who had conquered diabetes. Yes, through active lifestyle. He plays squash like Agbalagba. Go and look at General now. Sometimes we play football. Listen, every active thing we do is an investment in your body. Tell our people. The trend for healing today and healthy lifestyle is not how much of medication you put in your mouth or how much of jabs you get, is how much of what you have done to stave off wahala in the first place. Even malaria, our sight, hearing, everything, your body, your heart needs to feel that you're doing something to keep it alive. All those fatty things around it, all those things that clogs your arteries and your arteries that should be like that is beginning to narrow and then to force blood to it. That is the high blood pressure. When you walk, your arteries, the wall of your arteries don't have the lining of fat anymore. Is it not clear?
But sir, I don't fit to ask this. You are known to be a politician, but you are talking like a professional medical personnel. As it is now, can you please tell us that kind of the background? Were you having any?
Well, one thing about me is that I like to read. That's number one. I like to read, and one of the things that interests me the most is how my body is functioning. Okay, me. My doctor tells me that I over pamper my body, and that's the only one I have. I don't have a spare one. If your car has 4 tires without an extra, won't you be careful of what you drive on? If you see paper on the road, will you go and climb it when you don't have extra tire? I don't want to wait till the time that I'll be subjected to the whims and caprices of the guys selling fake drugs. Even when you have the money, you have higher chances of buying fake drugs. Do I want to get to the point? I have seen people, I have lost dearly beloved people who most likely could have lived if they had known this. I lost one of the closest supporters of mine to diabetes. It was diabetes that killed him. My mom died of osteoporosis. If my mom was very active, maybe more active than she was, most likely she would have been able to overcome osteoporosis, where your bone just suddenly begins to soften up. Your bone just gets soft, you can't carry your weight anymore.
But that is true. I know that.
My father is 97 now.
And he's active.
I told him that I wanted to get him a driver. I said he doesn't need it. My father used to play good tennis. He's 97 now. He still walks around his house. Though a little bit on the challenge right now. But I tell you what, one of the things that is helping my father, his doctor told him, was because he had an active lifestyle. Listen, everything you do into this body by way of lifestyle modification is an investment. It will help you the days that you can't do. The Bible says walk until that time when you can't walk no more.
Say the BAO walk. Now, what do you have to tell them? They've been saying that Bimbo Daramola and all of this, and I quite appreciate the reply you gave to them. To tell you I am following you, toes and head. So, if you're able to see them, what advice do you have for them?
Where they see APC is dependent on where APC wants to be. Simple story. What do you do with the mandate of the people? And I'm happy that Governor Ibanji is shoring up the goodwill. If APC were to be a company that is going to stock exchange now, the value of that stock of APC, particularly in the state, will be premium. People will buy it for premium because of what Governor Ibanji is doing. But there are places where people drop the ball and the value of the stock goes down. So where APC will be in another 4 or 5 years, like you said, is also dependent on the people that APC entrust the mandate of the people to. And we're happy that Governor Ibanji is doing well with the mandate of the people. I'm willing to engage on that. I read all kinds of stuff, but I want to engage about it. I just went to that place yesterday, that exit place, where I saw was here. Listen, in this state, the will of the people will prevail, but the will of people cannot shut my mouth. Like I paid my body lè sí òfin ìgbámọ́ èyí tó ti fi sílẹ̀ òdòrú ní stéètì. No, we have done to the glory of God. We have a 30 to tell you that I didn't just start about this health to the glory of God. After Baba Febabala, I am the only non-medical person who has built a hospital and equipped it and given it to government, not even running it. It's there. And you think I'm doing work because of politics? I gave it to government, excuse. It's there. I not only American standard, like if you see that hospital, that's the kind of hospital I go to in the United States. It's there. I not only built it to the glory of God, I also equipped it. When they were students of medical, other hospitals didn't have 3D ultrasound. My hospital, I have never taken a cover from it. I only told them, whatever you do to the hospital, keep it alive. There's a 60 kVA generator there. There's a 20,000 tank there serving the people. 150 people child deliveries, only one death. Yes, it's there in Ure. It's called Joan Tayo Memorial Hospital. I said, whatever you do, you can do it. I bought all the way to scrubs for them there. Boni de si òfin dáná èyí tó ti fi sílẹ̀ kò lè run. So anybody wants to say this is politics, I don't have apologies about it. Wallahi, I don't have apologies. Now the other one that you have talked about, what do I have to say to them? I don't care. Whatever they want to say, let them say. Let them say. Nobody wants to talk. Let them say. And they know all of these things about me. I don't care. For as long as my conscience says I'm doing what I'm doing.
Okay. Other questions, please. Any I think we have closing more than enough.
We have demonstrated
This season, probably you have one or two things to.
Oh, okay. Ekiti kete mo kí o, you know, ọdún kílápẹ̀ yìí náà, àjíǹde la ṣe, àjíǹde ara máa jẹ́ o, àjíǹde ara máa jẹ́ o, kájíǹde ara kó lè máa jẹ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bá wọ ọkì o. That is the àjíǹde ara kó lè jẹ́, you know. And the Yorubas have said these things about ìlera lọ́rọ̀, àjíǹde ara máa jẹ́, ṣé dáadáa ni, ṣàlàfíà la wà. All of those things boil down to what you do into your head. So we need to get our people to know this and know it and adopt it. You know, we are just taking all truths will go three stages. All truths. One, they will be derided. Amenuja, and Dabujare, and Ki, and Kabujare, and Dijare. That's the first one. The second one, it will be violently attacked. And will rob me or and then it becomes self-evident. Every invention you see today, people are violently attacked it. Everything good that is working from your mobile phone to who started this? Bells. When mobile phone started, people said no, it can't happen. Auto when computer started, it was mainframe. One computer was one call. When the right brother started the aircraft to fly, they said, apostasy can't happen. It will be violently denied, violently derided until it becomes self-evident. And I hope and pray that if the people can't give you are there, you have to do something about it. You have to do something about it. And that's why I'm asking that when the BAO war comes to your neighborhood, please show up. We're going to Ode on Saturday by the grace of God with the people. Please show up. Show up for yourselves. Once I'm gone, I'm out of the place. But keep it. This is what I'm telling you. Let everybody hear this. The new line of thought in medicine today is preventive. Don't wait till I'm doing the bad.
This is the third edition, right?
Yes.
Which other places have you?
Okay, we started from Ikole where the Buha started and 2,000 people showed up. Oh yeah, you know. Everything about Bimbo will attract Buha. You know. Everything about me, but okay, you know. And then we went to Ijeru,